Your time is now to become a champion of your real estate brand. Are you ready?
Welcome to the stage. It's your moment to shine. Level up your game. Success is on the line. Okay. Your time is now to become a champion of your real estate brand. Are you ready? Let's go. The Champions Podcast starts now. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up, and they stay there, and they say yeah, and they say there.
Awesome, you guys. Win, 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 no matter what. That's us. That is the Champions. Happy to see you guys. How are you?
We are amazing. Well, I am amazing, not to speak for Ian, but yeah, I am amazing.
Yeah, also amazing. It's all good.
Yes, I love it. It is amazing how, when you're putting in the work, making things happen, you start feeling it, you start seeing results. And this is what I wanted to talk about because I feel the energy. I know me and you guys, we text, we call. A lot of greatness has been happening probably within the last 5 days. But over the course of the first 2 weeks of the year, we're putting into work. And it's not just the three of us, it's the whole entire organization. It's the whole brokerage of EXP. And I love it. And so what better way to have a podcast about wins? What are the wins that we've been having? And I want to celebrate all of them because I know you shared them with me, but let's share them out there too, you guys. Ian, Birgit, let's go. Let's share some wins. Let's have some fun. A lot of stuff going on in our worlds.
I've been having a lot of personal wins in the sense that win every day. That's the objective. In fact, I can even give you the stats because I track everything.
Nice.
In a total of the last 39 days, I have 38 wins. One was a loss, and the reason being was, and this is going to sound ridiculous, the reason was I had my critical task for that day was to stick to a specific strict diet, like just water, no alcohol, no fizzy drinks, anything at all. And just out of pure habit, this was over a weekend, I sat down with my lunch, I can't remember what it was, and I cracked open a beer and I took one sip and I said, no. But I was disciplined enough to track that as a loss. I could have just said, no one knows. I chucked the beer away and that was it. And I could have just said, no one's going to find out. It's okay. I'll just count it as another streak. But I have been disciplined to know that I would just be lying to myself. So that was the one loss that I had in the last 39 days. So for me, the win is the fact that I have this system that I'm operating with. Apart from I'm doing so much more prospecting recently, appointments, agents making sales, new agents coming on board. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and like you said, Jason, it feels really good when you see the results coming through. It feels amazing.
I was just going to say, Ian, I think that is just absolutely amazing. And just for the German in the group, I think the loss goes to the beer. I think that's always a loss when beer goes away. But
I feel like every time I'm on a call, somehow beer is involved, and I don't want people to think that.
Well, listen,
it's the European in us, okay? So
I love it. 38-1 is an amazing record, Ian. Kudos. And another valuable lesson learned here is when you crack open a beer, that first sip should be like this.
Just the whole thing. The first beer doesn't count.
That's the first sip. All right. So shame on you. We could almost chalk it up as two losses, but we'll stay with one here. But lesson learned on the beer.
It's the college sip.
It's the college sip. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. So no, I know you've been dedicated and focused, said over the last 39, 40 days, especially. And then let's talk about Birgit. Birgit, you've been crushing it with FastCap, which is a platform inside EXP to help agents get production increased within 6 weeks. The results are 3 appointments, like contracts written, I should say, not just appointments, but contracts written. We're averaging 3 over 6 weeks, which are then leading to closing. So it's amazing opportunity for all agents. you're in the mix of it. You've got a group chat with about 4 or 5 agents in there too. They're producing. You talk about, I want to hear it from your inside because you guys are there on the daily. What's going on and how exciting is this?
It is super exciting. So I think we have over 600 participants this time around in this cohort. So it is really amazing, the energy, the mix, the content that is part of it, and the focus on the daily activities that we know if we do those activities, which is our conversations, our CMAs, our follow-ups. One thing that I can think about right now, if we do this on a daily basis, they just compound, just like when we do anything that compounds. I'm a tribe leader as part of Fast Cap this time around. Next week, I'll be talking on this on jitters during phone calls and those kind of things. So it is super fun. My own mentees that I have here, I've been trying to mentor them personally, showing them how to do open houses, door knocking, anything that I can do to get them into what it actually means to have a business and more of that type of sales business. As of yesterday, I am a certified mentor coach. So come on in, mentees. I am ready for you guys. And so whatever I can do to lead, mentor, need to encourage agents to either get started, continue to crush it if they've been out of it, and to keep going, making my own phone calls, whether it's on attraction and or for my own business. And really, I feel the energy is building so much that has come out over these last months and it's now coming to fruition. I'm talking to, managing brokers in Dubai. I'm having conversations with the broker over in Germany. And so many different connections. A lot of them came from, Jason, and it is coming. I can feel it. The energy is amazing. And tracking, number one, if we take anything away from this podcast today, it's track, so you can figure out what's working, what's not, and you can adjust before another week goes by and you don't know what happened to it.
Amazing. And I know you keep sharing great texts with me about the group that's participating in Fast Cap. And you reminded me of that open house last weekend. And Laisha, one of our newer agents, was doing an open house. Talked to her, you're coaching her, developing, making things happen with her. The cool thing is here, you went to the open house with her. You led her into doing door knocking. Talk about the results that she had, not only from putting out the signs, from posting on social media, from door knocking to actual open house camaraderie, I guess you could say. How did that come from your perspective of what you were coaching and teaching and what Laisha started bringing out?
I think it really translated really well. It is showing her boots on the ground. We have the opportunity to do an open house. We are in the neighborhood. It is a people business. So why not introduce ourselves to the community? So we door knocked in the rain. It was raining, it was freezing, it was horrible, but we did it
That's
anyway.
commitment.
There is no stopping, and we have one shot to make this invitation for the open house. So we door knocked 30 houses. And the next day, we had two people that came from that effort. And one, because they wanted to come see the house. Second one, though, they actually came with their entire family because they had some interest in it. Alpha also came and joined us. He's another one that's part of the Fast Cap round and to learn a little bit more about the open house process. So the energy, the confidence, the knowledge that it gave her, what to bring in an open house kit, what to have ready, when to show up, how to talk to the seller's agent about the open house, when to put up the signs, geographically, how do we position the signs? What do we bring for door knocking? How to create a CMA that we're bringing for door knocking as that piece of value? I mean, it just 10 extra when it comes to how to do open houses and tackle that piece that I think open house is such a valuable part of real estate and it works. So will always be one of my favorite ways for me to get clients and also to show new agents and how to get new clients and make connections with people. We made
Yeah.
awesome connections.
Love that. Well, and again, it's that great guidance that you were able to provide, and you being there in person was a huge win. So compliments to you for taking time out of your schedule and helping Leisha in that manner. And like you said, Alpha, who's also part of the Fast Cap as well as the Champions Group, he joined you guys. You opened the door to say, "Hey, come shadow us," and how cool! So now he's getting the taste of that. So it's those pieces that you talk about support and you talk about, hey, oh, it's a cloud brokerage, and we never get to see anybody. You were hanging out with three people, got a bunch of people to come in the doors, and had a successful open house. And I told Leisha as well, with open houses, your really big win is in the marketing before the open house. When you're putting it on social media, you could be doing a video outside the front door. Hey guys, I'm hosting an open house here next Sunday at 12 from 2 to 4, whatever. Hey, come out and join me. This is XYZ. Give them quick details, and boom. So again, people are going to see you. They're going to see you doing real estate work, and that is a victory. So keep thinking that the lead up to the open house, have the door knocking was huge, Birgit. I was so
Mhm.
happy when you said that because so many people dislike
Oh, I
door
love door
knocking.
knocking.
Yeah,
I think it
it
goes
is.
back to the vacuum cleaner days. It's just I love door knocking and connecting with people in person. And whenever
Yeah.
I can have that face-to-face connection, that really resonates with me. And if we are in a sales type position, we have to learn how to connect, with others. And for Elijah was, how do we even post this event on social media? How do we connect from our listing cooperative to making that happen? So the techie part of all of that. So, I mean, the knowledge that she took away from that is huge. And she's
Yep.
doing her second one this weekend. I offered to come along and she says, you know what, I think I got this. So go
Nice.
play with it. And if you need me, I'll be here.
That's it. That's letting that bird fly, right? And now it's also creating leverage for yourself, and that's what it's all about. It's like the hokey pokey, just not turning yourself around. But with that too, keep these guys going in this momentum. I just absolutely love it. I adore the things you're doing. Which leads me back to you, Ian. Um, you talked to me this morning about a big win. Um, you met with an agent who's a leader. You told you guys had a lot of similarities. You referenced him as you 20 years from now, which is so cool.
Yeah.
Uh, I love that. And when I heard you sent me a voice text, and I could just hear the excitement and the passion. And so this is where I want you to one, talk about this, and then two, also think about that energy that you're getting from him
Mhm.
and what that means and how your focus is for those agents that you want to attract. And we could dive into that. So talk to us about,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you keep talking about agent attraction and bringing great people on. So yeah, hit us up.
Yeah. I one of my agents, he's really, really great agent. And I love him because he's 3 years experience. It's not like he's a veteran. He's in his 50s, I would say mid 50s. And the best thing about him, Jose, his name is that he is the best people person you'll ever meet. When he meets a client for the first time ever, face to face, to check out a listing or whatever, it's like they've known each other for 30 years. That's just the energy that Jose brings. And
Love that.
people feel so at home with it. It's amazing. And everything's pen and paper. He's really old school with everything, and he just gets stuff done. Like it's like it just he attracts this kind of business naturally, and it's amazing to see. And he called me up and he was like, "I just sold a house to a guy today who turns out to be in real estate." I was like, "Okay," and he's like, "I think this might be for him." Oh, the EXP model he was talking about. Can we meet up and you just meet him and give him an explanation and find out what you think kind of thing. So that's what happened this morning. They literally came out from the notary office and his purchase, and the three of us met for coffee. Yeah, I was blown away with this guy because he's been in the years real estate for many years, and he's gone through many different phases. Obviously, from starting out to running his own office with a whole bunch of employees, and I think he had up to like 17 agents at one point. And it was really funny because talking to him, he was like, when I was in that leadership role, let's just say like the CEO role of the company, I kind of lost my passion for it a little bit because he loves being with the people and negotiating and the sales closing and all that kind of aspect of it, like the open house thing that we were just talking about. And we just got to talking and talking and talking and talking. And the more he spoke about himself and the way that he does business and the way that he thinks about business and the way that he just loves people, I was just like, the whole time, he must have thought there was something wrong with me. I was like, oh my God, this is exactly the kind of person that I've been looking for since day one. And it's such a breath of fresh air because it for me it felt like, and I wasn't even the person that found him directly, but I transmit this to all of my agents. Like, this is the kind of people we want, not just because they're productive and they're leaders, but because the champions hold a standard. And I think that's the biggest point of me. It's part of the culture and it's the standard that we hold ourselves to. And this guy is it. And I don't know. Jose left because he had another closing to see to, and we were just left there. And the guy was talking about like this little 90-page book that he'd written on stoicism, and we spoke about disciplinary actions that he does every day. Like, rather than watching TV, he'll pick up a book, or he'll do like a cold plunge at the spa, or go for a swim in the sea in winter, or I don't know, just these little things. And I was like, oh man, I could just see everything that I'm doing for the past maybe 2, 3 years. I saw it all matured in this guy, and I was like, God, this is where it goes. This is where it is. And we connected so well. And it didn't we didn't even talk about EXP in the end. We're meeting next week to then get into that, to see if he's actually interested in it. And guess what? I don't care. Because if he's not interested in EXP, doesn't join, I still have made a really great contact, and I know that the relationship will just flourish from there on, no matter what happens. So
He's like your embodied mission statement of the champions. Like your living
yeah,
mission statement of the champions. Isn't that cool? He's like, oh, the champions, wherever the mission statement is, he is that guy.
he's like a walking manifestation.
Love it. Yeah.
And one thing I wanted to get across really quick as well is maybe it's a lack of certain types of actions on my end, but it finally feels like all the work has come up to this point, and it's like I finally found what I was looking for, and I finally connected with that person. Just the universe put us together somehow this way, through another agent, through his work. It was just a sale, it was a client of his, and it's a relief. It's a breath of fresh air, and I love it. So now the next 4 years are going to be looking for the next one. And I
Yeah.
was like, I have something else to strive for, and find another one, and find another one, and find another one. So yeah, amazing. That was my big win for the day, was just meeting this guy. I loved it.
Can I
Well,
just, oh, I was going to say, can we cut that? And we can cut that out, but I want to just compliment you, Ian, because I've known you here through this platform for a while now, and your energy is so different now than it was when I first met you, and it wasn't a long ago. But your energy is
Yeah.
absolutely, it's fire. I mean, there's
Yeah.
something that's really amazing right now about that energy. So keep it up, whatever that is.
Thank you. Thank you. I know what it is. It's this daily operating system. I'm telling you,
Mhm.
that's the secret. That's it. 24 hours to 24 hours. I wake up so excited every single day. And it's usually I would go through cycles. It's not gone down yet. So I'm just gonna ride that wave and keep it
Mhm.
going forever. So it's yeah, it's
Maybe we
that's
need maybe we need to post that framework.
I've been even thinking like in an event or something to
Yeah.
how do you teach this?
yeah,
Because who can't use that? You said that, hey, I wake up with energy, which is huge for me because you have kids, I have kids,
yeah,
similar ages, and I know that they weigh us down. Yeah, and I'm not talking down about them, but it's emotion, it's everything. You don't know if they're going to be sick tomorrow. It's all
sure.
that stuff, but yet you're still waking up with this amazing energy, which is intoxicating. What
Mhm.
parent wouldn't want to wake up with that energy? And how do you do that? So I think that's where my mind goes. I think it's a double thing, Birgit, a post about this. And yeah, can't is it teachable to put it into systems for others and say, hey, how do you duplicate this? And yeah, breathe the air that I'm breathing, right?
Yeah. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
I'm pretty good at managing energy, but this I
Yeah.
want to know what's in your cup because that it's exactly what you're saying. It's intoxicating. And I want to be part of that. So
Yeah. I'll tell you
Yeah.
this, Birgit, it's not beer.
I was waiting for it. Yeah.
dang it.
It's not beer. That's a different kind of intoxicating.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I wanted to revisit this because, you and I have talked a lot, Ian, and and I always say, hey, we got to level up. Look for these leaders, things like this. When you had this conversation, from my perspective of listening to you, you were interested in him, right?
Yeah.
You were interested in the things he said, the things he's doing, and when you're interested in someone, then you become interesting as well. For you to run out of time and not even talk about EXP is what it's about. It's about building that relationship. It's about finding a bond. It's about getting a connection like that to say, great, all right, now let's turn gears on the next meeting and talk about real estate as a profession. And let's dive into that. I really like you and I want to be around you,
Mm.
Yep.
and hopefully it's reciprocated, right? We want it reciprocated. We want the best people around us. And I mention this book all the time, Who Not How. If you haven't read it, go read it. It's about putting the right people around you. And when you've got an intoxicating energy like Ian's coming off, you've got Birgit who's leading a path that is successful, that's knowledgeable. All you got to do is follow, and then you could take it off just like Leisha did. These paths are amazing, and you're going to align with the right people. And even if you're a top producer, what does that look like? All right, cool. Now you've got people who also are right next to you. But what if you start bringing in people? That's where it's just
Mhm.
like, man, you've got a team or a friend that there's one agent that look at this energy, look at this knowledge that we're sharing with everybody too. So I love it, you guys. Huge wins. Love this energy too, Ian. You I get it, just like Birgit said. I feel that energy coming through. I felt it in my text. It's all that stuff, man. So super proud of you. You mentioned that you ride that wave. I've seen it. I've seen it over the last many years that we've been together. So
Mhm.
I'm sitting watching you, and I
Yeah.
know you're going to ride that wave like this year. You're
Mhm.
going to ride it
Yeah.
all the way. I know you are, because I already see it, and it is a different year than any of your other years that I've known you.
And I'm gonna
So
just draft in your wake.
yeah,
Now
pull us all
you're
in,
all coming
bro.
with me. You're all
Because
coming
Yeah,
with me.
right now I feel
yeah.
like you're leading the energy train, so I'm just gonna draft along here.
Let's
Let's
go,
go.
baby. I love
Take
it.
you all with me. Take you all with
Birgit,
me.
that's the post. Get on AI, energy train.
Yes.
Ian as the conductor, and then you could have us on the back or wherever, and right there's your
Yes.
post right there.
What about you, Jason?
Yeah, what are you wins? Let's go.
You guys are my wins right here. This is it. Seriously, you guys are my wins. Other than that, here's the thing. I've been grinding, making calls, doing things,
Mhm.
staying focused on what I can. I'm still working it. So having positive energy like you guys is crucial for me. Always blessed to
Yeah.
have that. Is every day a good day? No. It won't be for all of us, but that's where we want to lean on each other. I'll tell you this:
Yeah.
one of my biggest wins this week. I was calling expired listings, and this guy answers, and he's really short. And short answers are like my arch nemesis. It's a challenge for me because it's people are being short, and I get it. So what I found though is I started calling him out on it. And that
Right.
starts opening doors. So he started, and he's being real short. Yep, 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 nope, yep, nope, yep, yep. So I do the chuckle, I'm like, sounds like you're not interested in this conversation, are you? I can tell you, I'm just going there. Like I have zero to lose at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like it is. And he kind of chuckled. He goes, man, I just had a lot of agents call me
Oh
about
yeah.
this and blah blah blah. And so then he went in, and every time I would try to make a point, he would cut me off. And
Yeah.
he'd go into something more negative or something, just very downplaying everything. Sat there, listened, wrote my notes because I know I'll forget because he would just go from topic to topic to topic to topic to topic. And again, for me, I'm not going to be able to keep up with all that stuff. You're changing the gears way too quick, and you're not going to listen to my points. So he came back, and and I would say something, cut me off, and this happened probably 4 or 5 times. So I told him, I said, listen, you want to sell your house for sale by owner? Great, good for you. Go for it. Go for it. I want you to. Maybe I could bring a buyer. And I said, what would you need for a for sale by owner? Do you need some docs? What can I help you with? Why would you want to help me? Well, you're selling your house, right? If I could help you in any way, even if it's documents on a for sale by owner, cool. Maybe in the future you could tell somebody else that, hey, Jason helped me. He was a real nice guy and helped me out. Other than that, what if I brought you the buyer? Cool. We've already got a relationship that, hey, you're knowing me and trusting me, and now I'm going to bring a buyer, and that could be a win as well for all of us, right? He's like, yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. I said, so let me know. And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to sell it myself. You know, he kind of went back to his original kind of poopy attitude and all that stuff. And I said, all right, man. And I let it go. You know, I made some points. I did my things and said my stuff. And immediately after the call, I sent him a text message and I put my business card on there. I said, hey, man, thanks for your time. And I said, good luck selling it for sale by owner. Let me know when you get it on the market. So that way I could connect with you about buyers or anything like that. And then I said, would you be open for me to host an open house when you have a for sale by owner? Totally different, right? Totally
Yeah.
different. Like, whoa, like I'm not going after a listing. Hey, can I host it? I mean, this is 800, $900,000 home. So perfect. If I could pick up some buyers, clientele from it, great. If I could promote it, great. Win-win for all of us. No response for a while. It was probably later in the day. And he texts me back and he says, hey, sorry if I came off, he used a bad word. Sorry if I came off rude, I'll put it that way. 'Cause there's just been a lot of calls and I was very tense at work, blah, blah, blah. And he explained. And he says, I'll let you know as we get closer to getting it listed, blah, 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 about the open house and this and that. I said, and so that was a huge win because I took somebody who was short on answers, very being rude, cutting me off, and that really pisses me off when I talk to people and they cut me off. And I get people are people. I don't let it bother me too much, but it does. After a while, all right, man, right? Excitement's one thing, but when you're trying to have a conversation and you're not even willing to listen, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
So that was a huge win because it was like, dude, we had a conversation. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to stay connected with him. I'm going to send him my listing packet in the mail and just say, hey, man, drop him a little note, information on me, and let him do his thing.
Yeah.
And I'm
I
just going to
love that.
stay a bug in his ear. And the funny thing in that text, he says, oh, if FISBO doesn't work for a couple weeks, I'll probably hire a realtor.
Nice.
Look at that. Because
First
That's
level.
it.
Yeah.
that's generally
I
the main mindset of a FISBO.
I love that so much.
Exactly.
When I think of objection handling and how many different objections, levels, and different
Hmm.
directions he had to go with that, I mean, it just blows my mind. That is master level. When you are trying to,
Yeah.
I always teach my new agents, come to handle one objection or just let it come to you, right? First one, take it in. I think by the
Right.
time you're going 2 levels deep, you're closer to that master level. But okay, so what Jason did, we're going to call it ninja level. I think maybe we're going to put that above master. So it was really so skillful the way you navigated
Yeah.
the different directions and the different places that this particular client went, and you came to a place where there's some sort of mutual respect. There's something forming, and who knows where we'll take you, but that you got there is
Yeah.
amazing. Next level stuff.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you. And I felt that. It really was a pivotal moment for a win this week. So thanks
Mhm.
for adding that as well.
something else that I do every day in a digital journal, you could say. I take 10 minutes at the end of each evening to reflect on the day, and what I do is I write down a win that I had for that day. Well, it could be a big one, it could be a small one. It really doesn't matter. And then I also think of a moment where I had to use discipline to get through something, and that could also just be, I don't know, like getting up early in the morning, or it could be something you really, really, really struggled with and you made it through. And I was just thinking, like, oh, if I was Jason, my entry for today would be that. That would be my win for the day. Taking the no, I'll do it myself, and the super short answers to actually getting that kind of response afterwards through text. That's awesome. That's cool. And
Wait,
it's really
that's
cool because it came from a point where you were like, and this only comes from experience, I think. I
yeah.
have nothing to lose, so let's just do this. And it turned into this whole thing, and it was amazing.
Because
Yeah,
then
well
you
done.
let go. When you let go, right? I have no
Yeah,
dog in this game. I have a dog in this fight. So then you let go of the scarcity, and you can actually then think and talk through it. Sorry, gotta
yeah,
sprinkle some of that in there. But then we can actually continue that conversation in it. You know, and you do that by letting go of the outcome.
yeah,
Yeah,
It really
I
is. And
I
you know,
definitely.
I will do this to you this week, Jason.
Hey, hey, we're all here to level up, right? And I keep saying level up 2026. This is the year that we all level up seriously and get it to a new level too. So I'm excited to watch you guys grow. I'm excited to help our champions grow and everybody else who joins us this year. It's going to be truly amazing.
I know. I'm excited for my new agents that joined. I'm so excited for Elisha. I will you guys ask her, what is the market doing? Because I mean she is on it, reinterpreting market data, stats. So she's getting fast cap, the high level view on real estate business, and then we come in and we do all the stuff that's important locally on the ground. So and the way that's coming together for her, I couldn't be more excited for her.
Love it. Love it, Birgit. Keep up the good stuff that you're doing. And yeah, Ian, I know you're crushing it. Please send our love to all the champions in Spain and everybody out there too. So, Ian, wrap us up this week, man. I love all the wins. Super proud of you guys.
Yeah, yeah. So whoever's listening, just I hope that you pulled from this this episode that a win doesn't always exactly mean a sale. For me, the win is a systemized way of me living and breathing business that has just helped me elevate to the next level with everything that I do, because it's not just business. I work the same system for family, for fitness, for personal development, and then for business as well. So it goes everywhere. The win can be anything, big, small, and I highly recommend that you write it down every day. Get your mind accustomed to recognizing the wins that you have every single day, whether they're big or small. Might not be a sale, that's okay. It could just be a great feeling that you had talking with a prospect, with Jason. It could be a new agent that joined. It could be a sale. It could be closing a deal. It could be getting a price reduction. It could be a billion different things, but just look for those positives in the day and win your day every single.
Champions
Buddy.
out.
Great job, you guys. You are amazing.
Just ask, just stay. Just ask, just stay. You should just ask, just stay. Just ask, just stay. You should just ask, just stay. You should just ask, just stay.